Hello friends, good evening. Welcome back to Ancient Indian History series of StudyIQ IAS English. Okay guys, hope so you guys are fine. Now, today we are going to begin with one of the most important chapters of Ancient Indian History, and that is Mahajanpads. As a part of complete Ancient Indian History series, we have seen the chapters like Prehistoric Culture, Vedic Civilization, which was divided into three parts. That is part 1, part 2 and conclusion. Today, I'm going to begin with one of the most important chapters of this series, that is Mahajanpad. This chapter is full of interesting stories, facts and concepts. So please stick to the video till the end. Hope you'll get to learn something new and interesting. Okay guys, so without wasting any more time, let's begin with today's session. Mahajanpad. Try to break this etymology. Mahajanpad. Maha means great, Jan means people, Pad means feet. Wherever the feet of the people or wherever the feet of big, groups felt or the big tribes felt, it led to the creation of the great kingdoms referred as Mahajanpad. An entire northern part of India was a battleground for 16 great kingdoms referred as Mahajanpad. To be very particularistic and precise, 15 Mahajanpads were located in northern part of India, whereas one Mahajanpad was located in the region of Maharashtra, referred as Asmak Mahajanpad. Now, what were the important causes or what were the cores that led to rise of different Mahajanpads? Let's explore this within next 5 minutes. Let's go back. It is believed that evolutions of human started around 24 million years ago. And from 2 million started the different ages like Paleolithic age, Mesolithic age, Neolithic age and Chalcolithic age. Initially, people lived a nomadic life. They were wandering from place to place in search of food and shelter. But with the passage of time and with the start of Neolithic age, people started practicing agriculture. When people started practicing agriculture, they started living a semi-settled life, or to an extent we can say a settled life. Then comes one of the ages which is also referred as Indus Valley Civilization age. This age was particularly around 4th millennium BC or 4000 BC. Here, basically it is believed that this age saw the development of agriculture. It saw the development of society. But as per various historians, there are different causes for decline of Indus Valley civilization. Okay, like some historians believe that Indus Valley civilization was destroyed by floods. Some believe that it was destroyed by earthquake. Some do believe that it was destroyed by various epidemics or episodic diseases. But one of the most accepted theory across the world was Max Muller theory or Aryan invasion theory as one of the prime reasons for destruction of Indus Valley civilization. As we have seen earlier about the Max Muller theory or Aryan invasion theory, wherein there were certain tribes of Central Asia that entered into India through Khyber Pass. And Khyber Pass is located in Hindu Kush mountains. They entered into northern part of India, started subjugating the natives of India, and the natives of India, unable to meet these challenges, moved towards southern part of the river Narmada. The Asians or the Central Asians, basically who came from Central Asia, who settled in northern part of India, were called as Aryans. And the peoples who got settled in southern part of India were referred as Dravidians. The word Arya finds mentioned for 36 times in Rigvedic hymns. Now, the Vedic period was basically divided into two parts. Early Vedic period and later Vedic period. Early Vedic period basically approximately from 1500 to 1000 BC. Whereas later Vedic period was from 1000 to 600 BC. Now, as a part of early Vedic period, there was rise. Basically, if we see that, king was referred as Rajan. He was also referred as Janasya or Gop. In simple words, he was not the ruler of a particular territory. Why? Because at that time, particularly in early Vedic period, land was not the most important form of wealth. Correct? Land was not the most important form of wealth. The most important form of wealth was cattle. person having lot many cattle was considered as one of the most wealthiest person or richest person. And such person was referred as Gomat. I mean the richest person, a person having lot many cattle. Correct? But with the passage of time, in the later Vedic period, things started getting changed. How? Land became the most important form of wealth. And in that case, when the land became most important form of wealth, the ruler started following the policy of imperialism. Imperialism basically means continuously expanding one's territory. Now, the king required a standing army to protect his territories. And in that case, when king required a standing army, he started maintaining huge armies to protect his kingdom, to protect his territories. Now, to protect his territories, to maintain such a huge army, he required money. So now he started taxing the people. So there was regular collection of the taxes from the people. There were different kinds of taxes at that time, such as Bali, Bhaga, Shulk, that was being collected from the people at that time. Why? Because king was following the policy of imperialism and king had to maintain a regular standing army. Now, as I've told you in the start of the session itself, northern part of India became the battleground for 16 such great kingdoms, and they are referred as Mahajanpad. Breaking this etymology, Maha means great, Janapad means foothold of a tribe. Wherever the feet of these huge tribes felt, it led to creation of 16 great kingdoms in the northern part of India. Now, these Mahajanpads find mention in different texts like Atharva Ved. They find mention in Rig Ved. They find mentions in Panini's Ashtadhyayi, Kautilya's Arthashastra, various Buddhist as well as Jain scriptures. They are also referred as Sodhash Janpad or Sola Mahajanpad, 16 great kingdoms. Okay. Now, I'll ask you one question, guys. And that question is like, basically, that question is, suppose there is a pond or there is a water body. And in that case, in that pond, the resources are quite scant. Now, in that pond, there are 16 fishes, resources are scant. One fish is a big fish and the other 15 are small fishes. Now, what will the big fish do? Obviously, the big fish will eat the small fishes. Why? Because already the resources are scant. Among these 16 Mahajanpads, the most powerful Mahajanpad was Magadha. And Magadha was the biggest fish at this time. In the coming years, Magadha will become the epicenter of the activities of different kingdoms like Mauryan Empire, the Gupta Empire, the greatest empires of the ancient India. So guys, now let's begin with wonderful stories and few important Mahajanpads like Anga, Kosala. Apart from that, Magadha, Panchal, Chedi, and so on with beautiful stories. Okay guys, now either it be prelims or in the mains, directly there can be question, what were the important causes for rise of Mahajanpad? In prelims, go through the PYQs guys, you will come across that if a question has been asked from the section of Mahajanpad, it is majorly asked from 3 to 4 sections like, what is the location of that Mahajanpad? What is the capital of that Mahajanpad? And what is an important significance of that particular Mahajanpad? Okay guys, out of 16 Mahajanpad, just remember one thing guys. We'll try and understand that you remember all the Mahajanpad, their capital, their location. But in that case, if you forget the location of a particular Mahajanpad, I'll tell you one important secret. And what is that? Out of 16 Mahajanpad, 9 to 10 Mahajanpads are located in eastern UP and Bihar. Or they are located in eastern western UP and Bihar. Out of 16 Mahajanpad. Okay. Let's begin with the Mahajanpad. Beautiful stories. Stick to the video till the end. Okay guys. Probably you'll get to learn something new. Okay. Anga Mahajanpad. Anga Mahajanpad, as per various historians, it is located on the borders of Bihar and West Bengal. And the capital of Anga Mahajanpad was Champa or Malini. Present day major districts like Bhagalpur and Mongiar. Now various historical texts reveal different story about the origin of Anga Mahajanpad. Ramayana has a different story. Puran has a different story. Mahabharat has a different story. Let's explore them. As per basically various Puran or as per various Shastras, it is believed that the region of Ang, the present day region of Bihar and certain parts of West Bengal were being ruled by a ruler called as Sutap. Now Sutap, he did not had any son. And because of this reason, he was quite worried. He had a wife named as Sudesna. I repeat, there was a ruler whose name was Sutap. He did not had any son. He had a wife named as Sudesna. One fine day, a sage, a saint whose name was Drigtamas, he visited the court of Sutap. And Drigtamas, he saw that the ruler, he's quite, basically if we see that, in that case he was quite sad. He was not happy, although he was quite wealthy. So the sage Drigtamas asked him, why are you unhappy? You have lots of riches. You have lots of wealth. There is lots of prosperity throughout the kingdom, what I have observed. Then why are you unhappy? He told him that I don't have a son. So in that case, Drigtamas said, I will perform one yajna for you. And after that, it is believed that Drigtamas performed yajna for the ruler Sutap and his queen Sudeshna. And after that yajna, he gave a fruit to the ruler Sutap. After that, Sutap gave this fruit to his wife Sudeshna. And consecutively, one after the other, as per mythological stories, Sudeshna, after every year, she gave birth to a child. And she gave birth to 5 children. Ang, Vang, Kaling, Simha and Pudra. I repeat, Ang, Vang, Kaling, Simha and Pundra. It is Pundra, not Bundra. So, Sutap and Sudeshna gave birth to 5 children. Okay. And since the eldest child was Ang, this Mahajanpad is called as Anga Mahajanpad. Ramayana, it narrates a different story. It is believed that there was a Rakshas or a demon named as Kamdev. He had created a havoc in this region. He continuously used to disturb the sages. And in that case, the sages, quite worried about this, they went to Lord Shiva and prayed to him. Lord Shiva, he opened up his third eye and burned down that person, Kamdev, the demon, into ashes. These ashes fell on the borders of Bihar and Bengal. Hence the kingdom is called as Ang. And Mahabharat narrates a different story. Mahabharat says that the ruler of Ang initially was Duryodhan. You might have heard about a character called as Duryodhan in Mahabharat. So this region was ruled by Duryodhan, and Duryodhan gifted this kingdom to one of the most important characters, Karna. It is not Karma, it is Karna. There's a beautiful story associated with birth of Karna. You might have heard about this. Correct? Within 2 minutes, I'll tell you that story. Now it is believed that Karna, it is like he was son of Lord Surya and whom Kunti. Like Kunti, she had did a lot of what we say, she worshipped all sages, she respected all the sages, and she had worked for a sage named as Durvasa. And Durvasa Rishiji was very happy with the work that she had done. Okay. And in that case, he lived in the, the region of Kauravas for almost like a year. And she, like her daughter, served Durvasa Rishi. Durvasa Rishi was very happy with this. And while going, he said, daughter, you can ask me any boon. She said that I don't require any boon, but if you wish to, you can give me a boon. She, like Durvasa Rishi, told her a mantra and said that if you recite this mantra by looking at any entity, a natural entity, you'll get or you'll be blessed with a very powerful son. Durvasa Rishi went away. Now one fine day, Kunti, she experimented with the mantra and she looked at the solar deity. She recited the mantra and it is believed that a boy was born out of her ear. And the boy was born with a kundal. Kundal means earrings, and a kavach, an armor. And the boy was named as Karna. Now she was very afraid. Why? And her father was also very afraid. The reason being, she is unmarried. And what will the society say? You being unmarried, you have a child, you have a son. Now it is believed that the child was being laid down into river Ganga. He was, what we say, thrown into river Ganga. There is a person named as Dhritarashtra, one of the characters of Mahabharata. He had a charioteer whose name was Adirath. He saw that child. When he saw that child, he felt a pity. He developed some mercy for that child and he picked up that child. Now this child was being raised by Adirath. But still, he had the qualities, he had the valor, the courage of whom? The Kshatriya. Now, at that point of time, one of the persons, one of the religious strong gurus at that time was Guru Parshuram. You might have heard about him. Parshuram, as per the Shastras, it is believed that he's a destroyer of Kshatriyas from this world for 21 times. And he had taken a vow that I won't be educating or I won't be providing my knowledge to any Kshatriya ruler. Now Karna went to Parshuram. So as I've told you, Parshuram already had taken a vow that I won't be teaching any Kshatriya. Now he lied to Parshuram. He said that I'm a Brahmin. What we say, he learnt all the new techniques of archery and all sorts of Shastra Vidya and Shastra Vidya. Both. That is scriptures as well as warfare skills. He learned from Parshuram ji. Now what happened? One fine day, Parshuram ji and Karna both were going through the jungles. And when they were going through the jungles, it is felt that Parshuram ji got a bit tired. He drank some water from the nearby passing river and he sat under a tree. So Karna said to his guru, Parshuram, that keep your head on my lap and rest for some time. He said, okay. Now there was a scorpion that came and started biting the foot of Karna. But Karna did not move. Why? Because if he moves, in that case what will happen? His gurus, Parshuram's, what will happen? His sleep would get disturbed. So he did not move. When Parshuram ji woke up, he saw that. What? The entire foot was being eaten by scorpion. Now Parshuram ji angrily asked Karna, please tell me who are you? Because this is a quality of a Kshatriya, a warrior. He said that, he told the entire story. Now Parshuram ji told, whenever you will require my knowledge the most, you will forget that knowledge in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. And this is what happened. So this was one of the beautiful stories related to Karna. So as per Mahabharata, the region of Anga was being ruled by Karna, the ally of Duryodhana. You might have heard the word Angaraj Karna. Correct? This was mythologically. Okay. Now it is believed that there were two major cities in this region, Ashapur and Bhadrika. And these cities were sanctified by the feet of Lord Buddha. Because one of the cities, Ashapur, wherein Buddha delivered his one of the sermon. As I have told you previously, in the stories previously, that Buddha had attained enlightenment at the age of 35. And he delivered sermons till the age of 80 across different cities in India for next 45 years. And one such city was Ashapur. And Ashapur was a part of Anga Mahajanpad. Another important thing. The rulers or the traders of Anga Mahajanpad had trading contact with Swarna Bhumi. My friends, I have used the word Swarna Bhumi, not Swarnagiri. Swarna Bhumi is Thailand. I repeat, Swarna Bhumi is Thailand, modern day Thailand. And Swarnagiri is Karnataka. Okay. So this is majorly about the kingdom of Ang. Hope so. The points are clear, guys, and the stories were quite interesting. Let's move to another important Mahajanpad, Vatsa. Here we are going to discuss 5 to 6 important Mahajanpad. Okay. Vatsa Mahajanpad. Now pay attention carefully. Vatsa Mahajanpad is located in present day UP. To be very precise, Eastern UP. Okay. And it covers modern day districts of Allahabad, that is Prayagraj, and certain parts of Mirzapur district of UP. Now, some historians believe that, or various scriptures say that, Vatsa is an offshoot of Kuru Mahajanpad. Okay? Like it has come out of Kuru Mahajanpad, which was ruling in the region of Delhi and Haryana. Now, how it is an offshoot of Kuru Mahajanpad, let's understand this. Now, as I've told you, Kuru, it is located in certain part, it covers certain parts of Western UP, Delhi and Haryana. And Vatsa, it is located in Eastern UP. Let's see the connection between them. Kuru, they had their capital at Hastinapur. One of the most important, places also revealed in various texts, particularly Mahabharata. They had their capital at Hastinapur, and the region of Hastinapur at that time was ruled by a ruler named as Nikasu. Okay? At that time it was ruled by a ruler whose name was Nikasu. Okay? Now Hastinapur was flooded, and Nikasu had to shift the capital from Hastinapur to Kaushambi. I repeat, he had to shift the capital from Hastinapur to Kaushambi, which is located in the region of Allahabad and Mirzapur. And Kaushambi, it basically means, there are many Kausam trees in this region. The name Kaushambi is derived from Kausam trees. So he shifted the capital to Kaushambi. Situation got normalized in the region of what? Hastinapur. Now he again wanted to shift back the capital from Kaushambi to Hastinapur. But at this point of time, the people who were managing the administration in the region of Kaushambi said that, now we want to get separated from you. So now Kuru got separated from Vatsa Mahajanpad. Story clear? Please do not get confused. Okay? Now, as per historical scriptures, the most important ruler of Vatsa Mahajanpad was Udayan. I repeat, the most important ruler was Udayan. I have said Udayan, guys, not Udayin. Udayin was the ruler of Patliputra. Udayan was the ruler of Vatsa Mahajanpad. Okay? Now, there's a beautiful and interesting story about Udayan. Like Udayan, he was the ruler of Vatsa Mahajanpad, and he was very fond of taming angry elephants. And he was also fond of playing musical instruments like veena, sitar, and many such musical instruments. It is believed that whenever he used to play musical instruments, okay, forget about people getting fascinated by him. In fact, even angry animals, they used to get silent. Such was the ability, such was the capability of Udayan while playing musical instruments. Now, I'll give you an example. And that is like, suppose this is the kingdom of Udayan. And this is a small kingdom that was ruled by a ruler called as Mahasena. And in between their kingdom, there was a jungle. Okay? There is a kingdom of Udayan. There's a small kingdom of Mahasena. And in between these two kingdoms, there was a jungle. This jungle was unclaimed by both of them. Now, what used to happen? Now, Udayan's soldiers used to come into the jungles and they used to rest. Mahasena's soldiers used to come into the jungles and they used to rest. But Mahasena was very jealous of Udayan. Why? Because of his abilities. Like, you are only playing flute and veena, but still people revere you a lot. People respect you a lot. And why do people don't respect me a lot? So he was quite jealous of whom? Udayan. Now this person, out of jealousy, Mahasena, he had a plan to kidnap Udayan. Okay. And he knew that Udayan was very fond of taming angry elephants. So what did he do? Mahasena, he made a metallic elephant. And this metallic elephant, when a person observes this metallic elephant from a distance, it will feel like it's not a metallic elephant, it's actually the real one. Okay. Now one fine day, he made a metallic elephant and left this metallic elephant into the jungles. Here the soldiers of Udayan were resting and they saw this metallic elephant from the distance. When they saw this metallic elephant, it was very beautiful. They thought that it's a real one. They immediately ran back to Udayan and said that we have seen such an elephant in the jungles. And as I've told you, Udayan was very, in that case, he was fond of taming strong elephants. He went into the jungles, and when Udayan went into the jungles, as soon as he saw the elephants from distance, he said to his bodyguards that you can go away. I'll bring this elephant to the palace. Okay. And as soon as he went near that elephant, a secret door opened up from the belly. 4 to 5 soldiers came out of that and kidnapped the king Udayan and took him to Mahasena. He was imprisoned for a few months. One fine day, Mahasena asked him a question. Why are you so famous? Why do people respect you a lot and people don't respect me as much as they respect you? He said one thing. Call all your people. Give me a musical instrument of your choice. I'll play that. And after that, see this. He did the same. As soon as he started playing flute, it is believed that Mahasena felt on his feet. He apologized for the mistake that he has done and sent him back in a very respected manner to his kingdom back again. So such was the ruler Udayan of Mahajanpad Vatsa. It is believed that, he was staunch devotee of Lord Shiva. But with the passage of time, he started believing in Buddhism. And in fact, it is said that he became a staunch follower of Buddha. And not only he became a staunch follower of Buddhism and Buddha, he also declared Buddhism as his state religion. So such was the story of the Mahajanpad Vatsa. Correct? It's an interesting story, isn't that so? During the Gupta ruler, one more beautiful drama or a play has been written on the life of Udayan, Swapna Vasav Dutt. We'll study that in quite depth and detail in the coming lectures. Hope so you understood this, guys. Any query, any doubt, any question? Okay, guys, let's move. Kosala Mahajanpad. Now, let me ask you a question. Without seeing at the PPT or the PDF, tell me where this Mahajanpad is located. A wild guess? Chalo, I'll give you a hint. Ram Ji ki Nagari. In Hindi, we call it as Ram Ji ki Nagari. Yes, guys, you are right. It is located in eastern UP. And its capital is Shravasti, modern day Ayodhya. Okay? As per mythological scriptures, now pay attention carefully. As per mythological scriptures, okay, the most important ruler was Raja Dashrath and his son Lord Raja Ram. Correct? But now let's go from the historical perspective. Let's understand the historical perspective of the Kosala Mahajanpad. Okay? Pay attention carefully. Listen to me. Very important concept I am telling you. It is not necessary that you fight a battle every time to win over your enemy. You can also win over your enemy by strategies. And one such strategy is matrimonial alliances. Correct? As I have told you right in the start of the session that the most powerful Mahajanpad at this time was Magadha. Correct? And every other Mahajanpad was quite afraid of Magadha. Like it is believed that before the birth of Buddha, Anga, Kosala and Kashi, both these three kingdoms were equally powerful like Magadha. But after that, Magadha had a strong hold over all the other Mahajanpads. Now, what happened? As I've told you, the best strategy is not to fight a battle, but to enter into the policy of matrimonial alliances. This strategy was also adopted by Akbar with the Rajputs because he knew that he's not able to fight the Rajputs in that manner. So he followed the policy of matrimonial alliances. Similarly here, what happened now? Pay attention carefully. Now, this is Kosala Mahajanpad. In the northern part of the Kosala, Himalayas form the boundary. Here in the eastern part, you have Magadha. Okay? In the eastern part, you have Magadha. Now, what will happen in that case? Magadha will capture you. So, the ruler of Kosala was Mahakosala. Pay attention carefully. Now, Mahakosala was succeeded by his son, whose name was Prasenjit. Pay attention. The ruler of Kosala was Mahakosala. he had a son named as Prasenjit and a daughter named as Kosala Devi. Mahakosala, he was the founder of Kosala Empire. He died. He had a son named as Prasenjit and a daughter named as Kosala Devi. And Magadha at this time was having an eye over which kingdom? An eye over Kosala. Prasenjit strategically saved what we say the region of Kosala from Magadha. How? Prasenjit married his sister Kosala Devi to the ruler of Magadha, whose name was Bimbisar. Now there are two things here. First thing, as he married his sister Kosala Devi to Bimbisar, the ruler of Magadha, now they both became relatives. So Magadha won't attack Kosala. First thing. And as I have told you, Magadha is the most powerful Mahajanpad. And if Magadha is the most powerful Mahajanpad, you are a relative of Magadha, who will attack you? Because everyone knows that Kosala and Magadha both are relatives. So nobody is going to attack your kingdom. Strategically, he saved the region of Kosala from the attack of Magadha. Second thing, this person, Prasenjit, in the north there is Himalaya, in the east there is Magadha, in the west direction he married Vasav Khatiya. Okay, so from all the side his kingdom was safe. Got it? I'll repeat the concept. Pay attention. Mahakosala was the founder of Kosala Mahajanpad. He had a son named as Prasenjit, daughter named as Kosala Devi. Now Prasenjit married his sister Kosala Devi to Bimbisar, the ruler of Magadha. To be precise, that is Haryanka dynasty. Okay? Now, he himself married whom? Yes, he himself married Vasav Khatiya in the western part. Okay? Now moving ahead. Prasenjit married Vasav Khatiya. Vasav Dutt. Both of them had a son named as Shudrak, also referred as Vidudhaba in various scriptures. Okay? Both of them had a son named as Shudrak or Vidudhaba in various scriptures. Now Vidudhaba, he was very angry with his father Prasenjit. Why? Because his father was a disciplined personality and he didn't like that. So once upon a time, Prasenjit had to go somewhere else. And taking this as an opportunity, this person, he crowned himself as a ruler. It is believed that various historical sources say that Prasenjit was being killed by his own son, whose name was Vidudhaba or Shudrak. This is majorly about the Kosala Mahajanpad. One of the most important cities of Kosala Mahajanpad was Saket. Points clear, guys? Let's move ahead. Chedi Mahajanpad. Okay? Forget about these numberings. We are focusing only on the important ones. Okay? Chedi Mahajanpad. Now pay attention carefully. Just imagine the map of Madhya Pradesh or the geographical location of Madhya Pradesh. Okay? The Madhya Pradesh is majorly divided into 3 to 4 geographical units. Got it? Now the northern part of Madhya Pradesh is called as Bundelkhand. The southern part of Madhya Pradesh is called as Nimad. The western part of Madhya Pradesh is called as Malwa. And the eastern part of Madhya Pradesh is called as Baghelkhand. I repeat, northern is called as Bundelkhand. Southern, Nimad. Western, Malwa. And eastern, it encompasses the region of Baghelkhand. Okay? Now, the kingdom of Chedi. Now, pay attention carefully. There are 2 Mahajanpad located in MP, located in Madhya Pradesh. One among them is Chedi, which is located in Bundelkhand, northern part of MP. And second one is Avanti, located in Malwa, around the region of Udayan. Okay? So, Chedi Mahajanpad It is located in northern part of MP, referred as Bundelkhand. Clear? Now, the capital of Chedi is Suktimati or Sohitwati. Now, there are different stories associated with the Chedi Mahajanpad. Now, it is believed that Chedi Mahajanpad, as per Mahabharata, was ruled by one of the characters whose name was Shishupal. I repeat, one of the characters whose name was Shishupal. And Shishupal was a very good friend of Duryodhan. He was an ally of Duryodhan, and he had animosity with Vasudev Krishna ji or Lord Krishna. How? Now, there's an interesting story behind this. It is believed that when Shishupal was born, his entire body was asymmetric. He was born with 3 eyes and 4 arms. Now, his parents were like completely disturbed. Now, they wanted to discard this child. But it is believed that there was an Akashvani from the heaven, and it said like, call all your relatives to the function, and like one by one, keep this child on the lap of every relative. Okay? And on the lap of one relative, what will happen? His body will get transformed into symmetric from the asymmetric. But there is one problem. And what's the problem? On whose lap his body will get symmetric, he would be the person who would kill Shishupal in the coming future. Okay. Now, the parents of Shishupal, now they called everyone. Lord Krishna and his brother Balram, both were invited. The child was kept on everyone's lap, but his body did not get symmetric. As soon as the child Shishupal was kept on the lap of Lord Krishna, it is believed that his body got symmetric. And Shishupal's mother, okay, her nephew was Lord Krishna. So both of them were relatives. Okay. Now she took a vow from Lord Krishna that you are not going to kill my son Shishupal. Lord Krishna said one thing, nothing is in my hands. Everything is written in the hands of destiny or niyati. I can tell you one thing, or I can promise you one thing. I will forgive his mistakes for the 100 times. But after that, I cannot forgive him, because death is the ultimate thing. She said, okay. Now, as I have told you, Shishupal, he was an ally of Duryodhan from the side of Kauravas, and Shishupal did not leave any opportunity to humiliate Lord Krishna. In fact, his hostilities were many. Like it is believed that he stole the horse of Lord Krishna's father, who was performing Ashwamedha Yagna. He attacked King Bhaja and he kidnapped his daughter. So his hostilities increased continuously. And one fine day, he insulted Lord Krishna in the court full of people and ministers. And Lord Krishna lost his temper, and with the help of his Sudarshan Chakra, beheaded Shishupal. This was history, this was mythology. But historically, the kingdom of Chedi, it was being ruled by Upari Char Vasu. I repeat, it was being ruled by Upari Char Vasu. Okay? Now, Upari Char Vasu, he started a festival called as Bamboo Pole Festival. And this festival is dedicated to Lord Indra. Lord Indra, who is also referred as warlord, god of rain, god of strength. Okay. And this festival was basically started to please Lord Indra, to bestow them with blessings of rain. Okay. It is believed that the kingdom of Chedi finds mention in Hathi Gumfa inscription of Odisha. So please remember this. Kingdom of Chedi finds mention in Hathi Gumfa inscription. Please remember this. This was majorly about the kingdom of Chedi. Hope so guys, you are enjoying the session, because here I am trying to simplify the concepts with the help of stories. Okay? Kuru Mahajanpad, an important one. The most famous battle in the history of ancient India, you might have heard about this. And that battle is Das Rajan battle. Battle of 10 kings. Okay? Now, the genesis of this battle can be traced back to 2 families. Okay? Now, pay attention carefully. Kuru Mahajanpad, as I have told you about the location of Kuru Mahajanpad initially. I'll repeat the location again. Kuru Mahajanpad encompasses the region of Haryana, Delhi and very few parts of western UP. Capital was Hastinapur. At that time, Delhi was referred as Indraprasth. And the capital of Kuru Mahajanpad was Hastinapur. Now let's speak about the genesis of Kuru. Pay attention carefully. Two families, Puru family and Bharat family. Now, it is believed that there was a tussle or battle between these two families. If there is a battle between these two families, why this battle is referred as Dasarajan battle or battle of 10 kings? It is referred as Dasarajan battle because the Puru, it was supported by 8 other kings. So this becomes 9 plus 1, 10. Hence it is referred as Battle of 10 Kings fought on the banks of river Parushini or river Ravi. Okay? And it was fought in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Now Puru was guided by one of the most important sages whose name was Vishwamitra. As I have narrated the story of Vishwamitra previously in the Vedic civilization, I'll repeat the story again in short within 1 minute. The actual name of Vishwamitra was Raja Kaushik. He was a king initially. Once upon a time, King Kaushik or Raja Kaushik went to the jungles for hunting. Now he felt thirsty and he saw an ashram. He saw the ashram of sage Vasishtha. Now as soon as he saw the ashram of sage Vasishtha, it is believed that as soon as he saw his ashram, it is believed that he went there and sage Vasishtha welcomed Raja Kaushik. Okay, he welcomed him, he offered him some food, and now Raja Kaushik, he was very much attracted by the food that was served to him. It was quite tasty. Now he asked, sage Vasishtha, in this ashram, in this Gurukul, how come such a tasty food comes? He said that, I have a cow and this cow has been gifted to me by Brahma. And with the help of this cow, I usually get good food. And with the help of this, I run the entire Gurukul. He said, okay. Raja Kaushik asked Raja Vasishtha, please give me this cow. And at this time, sage Vasishtha, he said politely, my entire Gurukul, all the students studying in this Gurukul are completely dependent upon this cow. So, king, please do not take this cow. But at this time, sage Kaushik, he said, no, I will take the cow. Now, sage Vasishtha, he got angry. And sage Vasishtha with his powers, he destroyed the army of whom? Raja Kaushik. Now Raja Kaushik, he actually wanted to know how did he get these powers. So he came to know that he got these powers because of the penance that is performed. Tapasya that he has performed. Raja Kaushik completely renounced his worldly life. And now he becomes what? A sage. And this sage is referred as Vishwamitra. The famous Gayatri Mantra mentioned in Mandal 3 of Rig Veda is credited to sage Vishwamitra. Correct? So Vishwamitra, he guided Puru and 8 others, whereas Bharat was being guided by sage Vasishtha. And this fierce battle was fought on the banks of river Parushini or Ravi. Okay? And in that case, it was fought on the battleground of Kurukshetra. Finally, Bharat tribe emerged victorious and Puru tribe, guided by sage Vishwamitra, lost the battle. And since the battle was fought on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Bharat from now onwards came to be referred as Kuru. And this historical event in the history of ancient India is referred as what? Dasarajan battle or battle of 10 kings. The Kuru finds mention in different texts like Rig Veda, Mahabharata and Kautilya's Arthashastra, which is a political statecraft. Hope so the points are clear, guys. Guys, here I am narrating different stories so that it becomes quite easier for you to memorize the complex concept. I'm trying to simplify them. Okay, let's move ahead. Panchal. Don't look at these numbers because as I've told you, we are just focusing on the important Mahajanpads. Now let's speak about the Panchal Mahajanpad. Panchal. Panchal Mahajanpad, it is located in western part of UP. Okay? And it is divided into two parts. Uttar Panchal, Dakshin Panchal. Simple words, northern part of Panchal and southern part of Panchal. Okay? Now, Uttar Panchal had its capital at Ahichhatra and Dakshin Panchal had its capital at Kampilya. Okay? Now, the most important city of Panchal Mahajanpad was Kannauj. Kannauj, also referred as city of perfumes or city of fragrances. So, it was a part of Panchal Mahajanpad. Now, Panchal. Now, try to break this etymology. Okay? Pan means 5, Chal means tribe. Panchal is amalgamation of 5 tribes. And there was a political scientist whose name was Sudama Mishra. He tried to decode the names of those tribes. And the tribes were Krivi, Keshi, Srinjaya, Turuvasu and Somak. I repeat, Krivi, Keshi, Srinjaya, Turuvasu and Somak. 5 tribes, Panchal. Correct? Now, the head of all the tribe was Drupad. And Drupad had a daughter named as Draupadi, one of the most important characters of Mahabharata. Correct? Drupad was the head of Panchal. He was the head of the 5 tribes. He had a daughter named as Draupadi. Okay? And now Draupadi was married to Pandavas and Pandavas belonged to Somak clan. Do not get confused. I will repeat the points again. Listen to me very carefully, guys. Panchal, it is located in western part of UP. Capital is Ahichhatra or Kampilya. Okay. Now, capital is Ahichhatra or Kampilya. It is divided into 2 parts, Uttar Panchal and Dakshin Panchal. Panchal, as the name suggests, it is divided into or it comprises of 5 tribes. Somak, Krivi, Keshi, Srinjaya and Turuvasu. The head of these tribes was Drupad and had a daughter named as Draupadi, one of the prime characters of Mahabharata. Correct? And Draupadi was married to the Pandavas and Pandavas belonged to Somak clan. Is it clear now? Okay. Now, this was mythologically. Now, historically, one of the most important rulers of this region was Achyut. And finally, the ruler Achyut, okay, his kingdom was being captured by the Gupta dynasty ruler in the coming years and one of the most important rulers, Samudragupta. He is also referred as Indian Napoleon. Samudragupta is also referred as Indian Napoleon or Napoleon of India by Vincent Smith. Okay? And as I've told you previously, the most important city as a part of Panchal Mahajanpad was Kannauj, also referred as city of perfumes or city of fragrances. Hope so the points are clear, guys. Okay, let's move ahead. Surasena Mahajanpad. Just a minute, guys. Now, before that, I'll ask you one question. And my question is like, how many of you actually know about Lord Krishna's parents? Yes, guys. Like these days on Instagrams, we see a lot of things on Bhagavad Gita. We see a lot of things on different aspects of Bhagavad Gita, Mahabharata and so on. But how many of you actually know the origin of Lord Krishna? Now pay attention with the next Mahajanpad, Surasena Mahajanpad. Okay. As I've told you, don't focus on the... Okay, Surasena Mahajanpad. Surasena Mahajanpad is also located in western UP. Okay, and the capital is Mathura. Pay attention carefully, guys. It is also located in western UP, and the capital of Surasena is Mathura. Okay, and the kingdom of Surasena finds mention in one of the most important texts, Indica, and it was written by Megasthenes, one of the ambassadors in the court of Chandragupta Maurya. So this kingdom finds mention in Megasthenes Indica. Now pay attention carefully. It is believed that around the region of Mathura, there was a jungle, which was referred as Madhuvanam, and it was ruled by a Rakshasa, a demon named as Madhu. Now, he had a son named as Lavan, and he was a tyrant. He had created havoc in that region. He had completely disturbed the seers and sages in that region. And Lavan was finally defeated by whom? Shatrugna, the ruler of Shatrugna dynasty. Do you know who is Shatrugna? The brother of Lord Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, Shatrugna, correct? So the ruler of Shatrugna dynasty, Shatrugna, defeated Lavan, and he established a dynasty in the region of Mathura. How did Shatrugna dynasty decline? Very few historical evidences are available of that. But after the decline of Shatrugna dynasty, there was rise of a new dynasty called as Yaduvansh or Yadavas. Do not get confused. I'll repeat the points. Initially, around the region of Mathura, there was a jungle. It was being ruled by Rakshasa, a demon named as Madhu. He had a son named as Lavan, who was a tyrant, and he was being killed by Shatrugna, the ruler of Shatrugna dynasty. And Shatrugna dynasty now ruled over the region of Mathura. Very few historical texts mention about the decline of Shatrugna dynasty in the region of Mathura and the rise of a new dynasty called as Yaduvansh or Yadavas dynasty. Okay, now let's understand. The founder of Yaduvansh was Surasena, hence this Mahajanpad is called as Surasena Mahajanpad. Clear, guys? Now let's understand in brief. Let's talk about Lord Krishna. Surasena, he was a founder of Surasena Mahajanpad. Now let's talk about this. Surasena, he married a serpent lady whose name was Marisha. And now he had a son named as Vasudev, father of Lord Krishna. Okay, Surasena married a serpent lady named as Marisha and had a son named as Vasudev. Vasudev ji, he had 6 wives like Rohini, Madira, Devaki, Purvi, Bhadra and Vrik Devi. I repeat, Vasudev ji had 6 wives named as Rohini, Madira, Devaki, Purvi, Bhadra and Vrik Devi. Now Devaki, the third wife of Vasudev ji, she was sister of one of the rulers of Mathura, Kans. And Kans was a tyrant. Now there was an Akashvani from the heaven that the son of Devaki is going to kill Kans. So what did this person Kans do? He imprisoned his own brother-in-law Vasudev and his own sister Devaki. For 6 times, Kans, he killed his own, basically if we see, he killed his own nephew. Now what happened? For the 7th time, when Devaki ji, when she was pregnant, okay, what happened? She transferred her womb to Rohini. And here, with the blessings of whom? Lord Kali. Rohini gave birth to 7th child, whose name was Balram. And the 8th child, when Lord Krishna was born, okay, it was given to Yashoda and Nanda. And Krishna, he killed Kans. Hope you understood this. I'll repeat the point again in short. Pay attention carefully. Yaduvansh or Yadavas, it was being established by whom? Surasena. Hence the dynasty, hence the Mahajanpad is referred as Surasena Mahajanpad. Now let's understand about the genesis of Lord Krishna. Surasena, he married Marisha She was a serpent lady. Now, they had a son named as Vasudevji. Vasudevji had 6 wives. Among them were Rohini, Madira, Devki, Purvi, Bhadra and Vrikadevi. Devaki, she was sister of Kans, one of the tyrant ruler of the region of Mathura. And there was an Akashvani from the heaven which said that this, what we say, the son of Devaki and Vasudev is going to kill whom? Kans. So he killed every child of them. 7th child, the womb of Devaki was transferred to Rohini with the, what we say, blessings of whom? Devi Kali. And she delivered a boy named as Balramji. 8th child, Lord Krishna was born. And it is believed that it was given to Yashoda and Nanda. Clear? Now it is believed that in the coming years, basically this person like Lord Krishna ji, he had animosity with whom? Jarasandh. He was the ruler of Magadha at that time. And there's a different story about how Lord Krishna killed Jarasandh. Okay. Finally, it is believed that basically this is the mythological thing. The most important ruler historically of the region Surasena was Avantiputra. I repeat, Avantiputra. If a question comes up in the examination, Avantiputra was the ruler of which Mahajanpad? I am pretty sure, guys, 90% of them will mark Avanti as the answer. Why Avantiputra? Avantiputra was the ruler of Surasena Mahajanpad. Okay? Avantiputra was the ruler of Surasena Mahajanpad. And he played a very pivotal role. He played a very crucial role in spreading Buddhism in the region of Surasena or Buddhism in the region of Mathura. It is believed that the kingdom of Mathura is located on Uttarapath and Dakshinapath. I repeat, it is located on Uttarapath and Dakshinapath. This is majorly about the kingdom of Surasena. Did you understand this chart, guys? Now let's speak about another important Mahajanpad, Magadha. Okay, guys. The region of Magadha was ruled by 3 different dynasties. Okay. And these dynasties were not ruling at the same time. They were ruling one after the other. The first was Haryanka dynasty, followed by Shishunag dynasty, followed by Nanda dynasty. And let's understand about Magadha in short within next 5 minutes. Okay. Haryanka dynasty. Who was the founder of Haryanka dynasty? Bimbisar. It is Bimbisar, not Bindusar. Bimbisar was the ruler of Haryanka dynasty. Bindusar was the ruler of Mauryan Empire. We'll see that further. He was the ruler of Mauryan Empire. Okay. Now, Bimbisar. He was the founder of Haryanka dynasty. In various Jain scriptures, he is referred as Shreniya or Shrenik. Shreniya or Shrenik basically means of noble origin. Okay. Now listen to me carefully. As I have told you, Magadha was the most powerful kingdom. And at that point of time, every other kingdom wanted to befriend Magadha. And Kosala adopted a strategy of matrimonial alliances. Okay. But there was one kingdom which was at par with Magadha, and it was that much powerful like Magadha. And that kingdom was the kingdom of Avanti, which was ruled by ruler Chandapradyot. I repeat, the kingdom was ruled by ruler Chandapradyot. As I have told you previously, Avanti, there are 2 Mahajanpad in Madhya Pradesh. One is Chedi, northern part of MP, Bundelkhand. And the other is Avanti, western part of MP, Malwa, around the region of Indore, Ujjain, Dhar, Mandu and so on. Okay. So, Avanti, Chanda Pradyota was a very powerful ruler. And Bimbisar, he wanted to befriend Chanda Pradyota at any cost. So, on what condition will he befriend Chanda Pradyota? Now, Chanda Pradyota, he was suffering from jaundice since a long time. The Vaidya, the Bheshaj, the Mishaj, the doctors from different places came, but nobody could treat the jaundice of Chanda Pradyota. This was seen as an opportunity by Bimbisar to befriend Chanda Pradyota. How? the court of Bimbisar was being adorned by one of the most renowned physicians of that time, and his name was Jivak. I repeat, his name was Jivak. So Bimbisar sent his personal physician Jivak to treat Chandapradyota for his jaundice, and he treated the jaundice just within 7 days. Chandapradyot became very happy, and in that case, from now onwards, Bimbisar and Chandapradyot, they became friends. Okay? Finally, as I have told you, Bimbisar also strengthened his position by entering into the policy of matrimonial alliances. As I have told you, the ruler of Kosala, Prasenjit, he has married his sister Kosala Devi to Bimbisar. Bimbisar, he had also married whom? He has also married the Lichavi princess. He has married the daughter of the chief of Madra clan. So he also followed the policy of matrimonial alliances. Now, various historical texts reveal a different story, that he was being killed by his own son, whose name was Ajatashatru. Okay? Now, Ajatashatru. There's a different story associated with the name Kunik. Ajatashatru's original name was Kunik. And Kunik basically means what? Salted finger. Correct? Now I'll tell you that story sometimes later, because it's a long story why his name is called as Kunik. But it is believed that Ajatashatru, he was a very strong ruler of Haryanka dynasty. He killed his own father to acquire the throne of Haryanka dynasty. In fact, he attacked all the neighboring kingdoms. He attacked the kingdoms of his mothers actually. He attacked the kingdoms of his maternal places. Like he conquered the region of Kosala, he conquered the region of Vaishali, Lichavi, and so on. It is believed that both Lord Buddha and Vardhaman Mahavirji were contemporary to Ajatashatru. Okay? One more thing. Rath Musal and Mahashila Kantak. I have made a shorts on this as well. Rath Musal and Mahashila Kantak. Have you seen the movie Bahubali? Correct, guys? The war scenes from the movie Bahubali are quite fascinating. Isn't that so? Particularly the Rath of Ballal Dev. You might have seen the Rath of Ballal Dev or the chariot of Ballal Dev. He's sitting on that chariot. And the chariot is driven by 2 to 3 horses, and there is a spokes in front of that chariot killing hundreds of enemy. The catapult of Bahubali. What are these called as? These are ancient weapons. The catapult is called as Mahashila Kantak. And the chariot or the Rath that was shown in the movie Bahubali, that is called as Rath Musal. Both these are inventions of Ajatashatru. Both of them are inventions of Ajatashatru. Okay? So basically, this is majorly about Ajatashatru. One more thing. There were 4 Buddhist councils. The first Buddhist council was held at a place called as Satpani Caves, located in Rajgriha. At that time, the capital of Haryanka dynasty. And this council was being patronized by Ajatashatru. Now, another important ruler was Udayan. By now, guys, I have told you Rajgriha was a capital. I didn't said Patliputra was a capital. Why? Because the credit for creation of the city of Patliputra goes to Udayan. He founded the city of Patliputra on the bank of river Ganges and Son. Like if this is the river Ganga, the right bank tributary of river Ganga is Son. And on this place where river Son meets river Ganga, this place is called as Danapur. I repeat, this place is called as Danapur. And near Danapur, a city of Patliputra was constructed, modern day Patna. And the credit for creation of the city of what we say, this Patliputra, modern day Patna, goes back to Udayan. And now he shifted the capital from Rajgriha to Patliputra. So these were the major rulers of Haryanka dynasty. Bimbisar, Ajatashatru and Udayan. Okay, moving ahead. This is the timeline basically. Okay guys, and the last ruler of Haryanka dynasty was Nagadashak. He was being killed by his own minister, his own Senapati, Shishunag. Now, the last ruler of Haryanka dynasty was whom? Yes, as I have told you, Nagadashak. And Nag Dashak was being killed by his own minister, whose name was Shishu-Nag, who declared himself as independent and founded a new dynasty called as Shishu-Nag dynasty. Okay, as I have told you, at that time Avanti was the most powerful kingdom. He destroyed the power of Avanti. He became the sole ruler of the entire northern part of India. And finally it is believed that he was succeeded by his son, whose name was Kal Ashok or Kaka Varna. Kal Ashok or Kaka Varna, it is believed that he is referred as Kaka Varna in Sri Lankan text, and it is referred as Kal Ashok in the various Puranas. Okay. First Buddhist council was being patronized by Ajatashatru, held at Satapani cave, correct? Second Buddhist council was patronized by Kal Ashok. Okay, and Kal Ashok, he was the ruler of Shishu-Nag dynasty. Got the points clear? He had 10 sons, basically, and Nandivardhan is mentioned in Puran, one of the sons. Then finally come Nanda dynasty, the last dynasty that ruled over Magadha. Just have a look at this. Shishu-Nag, Kal Ashok, 10 sons of Kal Ashok, Nandivardhan. Now one of the rulers of Shishu-Nag dynasty was Mahanandin. Okay, Mahanandin. Now Mahanandin, he did not wanted his son Mahapadmanand to become the next ruler. Why? Because he was born out of a Shudra wife. Like Mahanandin was the last ruler of Shishu-Nag dynasty, and he had a Shudra wife, and his son was whom? Mahapadmanand. He was the most powerful among all his sons, but he did not wanted him to become the son. Why? Because he was born out of a Shudra wife. But what happened? Now he asked Mahapadmanand to capture the certain regions of which place? He defeat the kingdoms of Kashi, Kosala and Vajji, and so did Mahapadmanand do. Okay, but finally he did not made Mahapadmanand as a ruler of which dynasty? Shishu-Nag dynasty. Finally, after the death of Mahanandin, Mahapadmanand declared himself as independent and established one of the most powerful dynasty at that time, Nanda dynasty. So Mahapadmanand was the founder of Nanda dynasty. Various historians believe that Nanda dynasty was the first Shudra dynasty that ruled over the region of Magadha. Okay, he was also called as Mahapadmapati, sovereign of infinite wealth. And the last ruler of Nanda dynasty was Dhananand. I repeat, the last ruler of Nanda dynasty was Dhananand, basically, who was being dethroned by Chandragupta Maurya with the help of Kautilya or Vishnugupta or Chanakya. And this led to the formation of one of the most mightiest empires of ancient India, Mauryan Empire. Guys, we have studied important Mahajanapads, their location, capital and significance in a story format. Hope you understood the session. Hope you liked the session. Okay, for more such interesting sessions that will be coming ahead with wonderful stories, please do subscribe to the channel StudyIQ IAS English. We are also running an SIP course basically on the main channel, or we are also running the SIP course majorly on the app. So you can also have a look at certain videos. Okay guys, so I'll take your leave. I'll stop my words for the day. See you guys. Thank you and have a wonderful day.